What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin with Custom Night Vision, and today we're going to be talking about ear protection. That's actually a bit of an oversimplification, but before I go into the details of this new product that we're excited about, I want to do a bit of a history lesson. I've been in the night vision game for a little while now, and when I started, really the best headset to get if you wanted to run, high quality ear protection, electronic noise cancellation, and you wanted to run some kind of comms capability where you could plug your headset into a radio, the ComTac 5 was really the go-to. And I've run these for years and I liked them a lot. Fast forward a little bit, we at Custom Night Vision became a dealer for OpsCore, and we started selling these amp headsets. When these first came out, they were super cool, very modular. The sound quality was pretty good. It was lightweight. It was, a step up from the ComTac 5, which was available at the time. I think the 6s were available too, but most people were just going with the 5s. I always had the opinion that the ComTac had better sound quality and situational awareness. That's just my personal opinion. But it gave up some of the modularity that the OpsCore brought to market with like the removable down lead, the little easier to change it from helmet mounted to headband and stuff like that. That's still kind of the case with the current models of ComTacs, but suffice to say, I've always kind of had a preference towards the ComTac fit and finish, how it feels on my head, and the sound quality. They work very well with radios. Also, I mean, the government's been buying these things for years, and for good reason. So now that we've kind of covered the backstory on my experience with helmet mounted hearing protection / communication headsets, let's talk about something we're bringing on here at Custom Night Vision. We just got on with ComTac. I don't know why it took so long, because we've been selling helmets forever, and this is kind of a key component to, a night vision helmet, in my opinion. At a minimum, you need electronic ear protection. If you're going to be shooting with anybody other than yourself, it is really nice to have radio compatibility also, so you can, talk to each other if you're out of sight, out of line of sight. So we just recently added these on the website. This is the ComTac 8, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Kind of the ecosystem hasn't really changed since the ComTac 5. The headband and stuff, there's a lot of small changes, but the way these things attach to a headband or attach to your helmet adapters is pretty much the same. You've got these little knobs here to remove the ear cup from the headband. You simply turn it 90 degrees and pop this off like this to put it back on. Just do the same process in reverse, and then do that same process when you add the helmet adapters to your helmet. So what do these things do? If you're new to night vision helmet setups, I'll give you a bit of a breakdown. So this is going to provide really high quality noise cancellation and important noise amplification. So you're going to get better situational awareness when you're wearing a headset of this caliber. There's a lot of less expensive options on the market, and the experience is not going to be as good. If you've ever used MSA Sordens, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. Down here in Southeast Texas, we have a lot of cicadas, and this isn't just MSA, this is some other brands as well. There's certain frequencies that those things will pick up and amplify that will drive you insane. Cicadas is one of them. I have a few sets of Sordens. It's a very nice headset, but there's certain places I cannot use them because of that noise. All I hear is cicadas, and I can hear people talking too, but it's at a frequency that options like the amps or the ComTacs, they're not going to amplify that in your ear. They're really just going to amplify or point out more important sounds like people talking, footsteps, doors closing, things like that will increase your situational awareness in the tactical environment. So let's talk about things that make the ComTac 8 different from previous generations. The ComTac 8 now has an earplug mode. I don't think if this was an option in previous iterations of the ComTac. Essentially, it's a sound mode where you can turn the volume up past maximum. So if you have like passive earplugs in or whatever, just like the regular foamies, the ear cups will get a little bit louder to kind of overpower the earplugs that are in your ear, so you're not going to lose any situational awareness, but you get that increased sound protection. The ComTac 8 comes with better environmental mics with a better foam screen on it. So you're gonna have less wind interference, and the mic seems to be a little bit larger, so that it's probably gonna increase the sound performance or essentially what it's taking in and the information that it's giving you. Now on the ComTac 8, the situational sound and the communication sound are independently adjustable. So you can turn up or down the real-time sound that's around you and independently turn up or down the sound that's coming in from your radio through this down lead. There's a few different modes you can put these in, but that's pretty cool because historically when you turn up the volume on your headset, it's going to increase both the volume on your radio as well as the situational noise that's coming in through the sound cancellation headset. Obviously, depending on what radio you have, you could manually turn the sound down on your radio, the output to the radio. You know, depending on where your radio is mounted, that may not be applicable. Also available on the ComTac 8, and I think this was available on the 7s, maybe the 6s, they have a fail-safe mode. If for some reason the two AAAs rather, the two AAAs die in your headset, you will lose the environmental sound coming in through the microphones and the electronic ear protection. However, you will not lose comms capability. Somehow it's still going to pull power from the radio to keep the speakers inside the headset functional, as well as the microphone. So you can still use your radio hands-free, even if the batteries are dead in your headset. If I didn't mention it before, this microphone has been improved as well. It has more sound cancellation capabilities built into it now. So if you're in a very high noise environment, lots of wind, you're not going to be transmitting a lot of that excess noise through your microphone into your radio. So that's anybody that's been on the other end of a radio where somebody's hot micing in a super loud environment, very welcomed addition to this product offering. Aside from the headset itself, we're going to be selling some accessories. We have the Peltor push-to-talk. Hate it or love it, this is a very robust system. The ones we have are terminated for the Motorola type radios. I don't remember the part number, but I'm sure we can annotate it or something. This is a very popular radio for mostly law enforcement. You'll look it up, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've seen this connection before, you know exactly what radio I'm talking about. Some people like these push-to-talks. I mean, they're really robust, but they are pretty large. I personally use the push-to-talks from Disco 32. It's a little bit smaller and it works for the radios that I use, so that works for me. But if you're a department guy or a mill guy and this is the push-to-talk for you, we do have them in stock and we can ship it all together. On top of that, we have the Peltor helmet mounts. These things are great. I kind of meant to cover this when I did the history review, but I'll just do it now. So one of the big things that everybody liked when the amps rolled out was these amp arms. Now, I know there's ComTacs on here. I adapted them with the, what is that company? AXL Defense, the rack mounts or whatever. It's just an adapter system to adapt the ComTac style ear cups to the OpsCore amp arms. Anyway, I used these for years, but I found that anytime I was in a class or was doing something important work related, they would break. So I have purged them from my inventory. This is the last set that I have. I don't really use this helmet anymore. This is one of the first helmets I used when I got into night vision, and now it just kind of sits on the shelf, but I brought it in for demonstration. I personally prefer these helmet mounts, helmet adapters rather, because it gives you a feature where you can pop the ear cup out away from your ear to let your ears breathe, and you can still hear what's on your radio. If somebody's about to start shooting and you need to increase the pressure between your ear cup and your head, you just pop them in like that, and then you get really good secure pressure and sound cancellation. And when all the shooting is done or all the loud noise, you just pop them back out again, and you can get some air flowing between the ear cup and your ear. Down here where we live, that's very nice. We have a version for the Team Wendy style rails. That would be like this 3.0 rail system here, as well as one for ARC style rails. It doesn't matter if you have the 3M adapters or the Team Wendy ones, they still have the snap out feature that I spoke about previously. Store your ear probe back here on the back of the helmet. You don't need amp arms to do that. You can do that with either the 3M helmet adapters or the Team Wendy ones. They both work great. They still have the ability to rotate up and behind the helmet, depending on where you store this crossover cable. I've got it really tight inside the helmet right now just for display purposes, but typically I would run it up over here across the back so I have enough slack to move this ear cup up and down. I really like to store the ear cups back here right against this the back section of this rail, assuming there's nothing impeding its placement. At any rate, not trying to be too long-winded, but let me touch on, I guess, one more and probably the last accessory we have for the ComTac 8s. We have the gel cups. So these come with an internal foam that goes underneath these and the gel cup. If you haven't used one of these before, it is a very welcome improvement to the fit and the comfortability of this headset system. I like these a lot. Historically, I was under the assumption you could only get these from like kind of third-party companies like Noise Fighters. That's actually what's on my ComTac 5s. I've used those for years. They're wonderful, but this seems to be almost exactly the same, and this is a 3M product. So we have these in stock, as well as the push-to-talks, as well as the headsets in both FDE and OD green. All the models that we have in stock right now have a single down lead and a mic. We are also going to be stocking the Defender. If you're not aware of kind of the product matrix with 3M Peltor, the Defender is essentially this headset, but it does not have the comms capability. So everything would be the same minus the down lead and the mic here. So essentially it's just a really nice set of electronic hearing protection. If you have no need for a radio, I would look into that. But again, if you think you ever will use a radio or you'd like to use a radio, we are going to be stocking this version as well. I think this is a TP120 connection. This is the standard mill type connection for any push-to-talk, if you were wondering. I think that's all I have on these. I don't know why it took us long to start selling these, because I've been a big fan for a long time. If you have any questions about this stuff, obviously you can consult our website, or you can consult 3M's website. I printed out some of their information here. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of features that are built into this thing. Oh, it has 5 different sound profiles. I can barely get into the menu. I haven't really messed around with them enough on my 5s, and this one does even more. So like I said, go check out their website, check out our website. We should be updating any of the information on that listing as we learn more about them, as I start using them. And as always, you can comment down below this video or hit us up on any of our socials, or just call a shot. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.